4, but then made up for that in chapter 4 with 151.
There you go.
But also to just like he has the action side, but then like there's so much heart to his character as well, where I love the moment where he lets the guard go. And he sneaks up behind him because he knows that he's going to go in and kill all these fucking guys. Yep. And with just one line, like they obviously know each other. You know, how have you been? You're looking thinner. It's like, why don't you take the night off? So good.
Yeah.
Well, I read about that particular scene, and it was all codes. So it was really specific. Like, hey, you're looking thinner. How much weight did you lose? And he's like 20 pounds. He was telling John there were 20 bad guys. Because he gave him that information, that's why John let him go.
And that guard was also professional wrestler Kevin Nash of
what?
New World Order fame.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Zack, way to go.
Just so you know. It had to be said.
There is so much ancillary information about this movie that I had no idea about.
It's right. Insane. Like I loved reading and researching about this movie because there was just so much gold to mine at every turn. I love all of the crossover things that are happening. So John Leitch, the director, co-director, fight choreographer, he is the brand ambassador for a watch company called Carl F. Bucherer. And those, it was referenced in both movies. So remember in Atomic Blonde, she had to go into this watch shop to get some secret details. That was showcasing the Bucherer brand of watches. And then in John Wick's watch that they focus on quite a bit was one of those watches.
It's a nice
They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing.
Yeah. And then I did find out, like, you know, how John takes his watch and then turns it on the inside of his wrist. I guess soldiers do this to see the time while they're holding a rifle when they're in war. So it was like an actual, like, that's why he does that. So
my dad did that when he was playing the bass, so he could see what time it was when he was on stage. He would turn his watch around. So similar.
Yeah. Almost as dangerous.
Almost. Just
your dad's so just like John Wick.
So close.
Just like there's so many details work in John Wick, and I just felt like in Atomic Blonde, either those details kind of weren't there, like it was very like sort of ham-fisted, I guess, but just a lot of it, the reliance on 80s music felt like a gimmick at a certain point. Like it's funny because I was watching those clips online, and almost every single one of them was a fight starts, somehow an 80s song is also playing, and then the fight, you know, is to the song. I don't know.
Although we commented how much we were enjoying the music during the movie.
I did.
I appreciate it.
I 100% enjoyed it because, you know, it's 80s. But
it was
have sorry, I have some notes that since we're talking about the movies. Hold on a second. I got to do. That's okay. That's enough of that. So I wrote for Atomic Blonde 2 notes: music +1, what we were just talking about, and nips +2. I love the nudity. Just for extra fun. And for John Wick, I wrote the car was amazing. Why the dog? Like I get it. They needed you know, something else to push him over the edge. But that part when he comes to after being knocked out, and there's the blood trail where the dog obviously dragged its dying body.
I think it's so effective.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know, the beginning of that movie is so. It just goes, him, wife, she's dead, gets the dog, and then it's on. You know, he's just going to get gas, and Alfie Allen, who plays such a jerk, really well. And then I wrote, I like the gun wine tasting bit, like he was like talking about going to get the guns from the guy, and it was like a wine tasting almost, and the sniper savior, which I already said. But to John Wick, it didn't take very long at all for you to understand what was going on. Like you said, Zach, it was just like this very, not basic, but oh my God. Speaking of dogs, which one of you is going to get dragged on the floor? God, get out of here, you ding-dongs. Sorry.
Economic with its exposition.
Oh,
look at this one.
Beautiful. Oh, hello. Hello, Pearl.